Scooby-Doo.
Use messages.
One last thing about 40K. I'm going to invest in these 10 model and 20 model trays for miniatures because for my orcs and my death guard, I do have a couple of horde units that I push out, and having them on trays to push forward at the same time would be much faster.
Yeah, orcs are pretty awesome.
Orcs are amazing. Like
Yeah.
I didn't realize the advantages I had with the orcs until I started playing Death Guard because I've always been used to advancing and then getting to assault at the end of the advance, and that's something that's exclusive to orcs.
Hmm.
So an orc can move. Let's see, they've got 6 inches of movement. You can advance for another 6, and then you can charge up to 12 inches. So you could essentially move an orc up to 24 inches in a single turn and get the charge off. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, orcs are pretty badass with that. A
Oh,
hmm?
and one of the things that I definitely take advantage of almost every single game, if you put orcs in a truck and you put a ramp on the truck can advance. You know, it hits the big red button. It can move 26 inches across the board, and then orcs can assault out of the truck. So you can move 20 up to 26 inches and then another 12 inches to get a charge off.
Hmm. That's honestly pretty cool. I know one of my buddies here locally plays orcs as well, and his wife.
There we go. Ooh, sound. There we go. We are go. So, if I remember correctly, last time, I think people were playing on the ship, and you guys were. Some of you went back into the city to make preparations to bring the Queen's body into the city.
That is right.
Wait, are we live?
Yes, we are.
What the buck is up, everybody?
You forgot to get in last week, so you decided to do it this week.
Well, he has to do it every week.
We did do it last week. It was just at the end.
Yeah.
But you know what, Chris, you should tell everyone what happened last week.
All right. Last week we ended up having the meeting with General or Marshal Field Thunder. I think that's the right name.
Oh, Marshall Thunder, yeah.
Yeah. We had the meeting with him, and Lightning ended up getting herself out. She ousted herself from the Temple of Kara. Marked for death. Then we ended up going back to the airship after time and decided to bring the Queen's body in her sarcophagus back to the temple.
You haven't done that yet. You're laying the groundwork for that.
Right. Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, I believe. Oh, sorry. Carry on.
No, sorry. I know that I need the hand to trade in the adamantine bastard sword for a adamantine katana. But that's about it.
Right, so I believe it was Whispering Pen and Alexandrite went back to the All Seasons Temple to prepare them for the Queen's body. Milk Thistle's currently crafting in his little dungeon, which left Burnt and Nightshine on the ship, who's about to poke things that might go boom. I think
I imagine those people have no idea what we're doing. Like, comes out there's the Queen's Fire, like, what the fuck?
yeah, like, what did you guys do? Alright.
I had one simple job for you.
I believe we did Alexandrite and Whispering Pen's stuff.
Yeah, I believe that's where we left off, and I believe Nightshine is going to play with the bomb.
Oh god.
Activate. So let's bring us to the flying ship.
Oh god.
Let's unpause this. No, it's still paused. Boop, boop. Alright, let's remove some of you.
I have faith in you, Nightshine.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I have total faith in you.
Hey, guys, relax. This is Nightshine we're talking about. When did you ever let us down?
Honestly,
And all the flashbacks of him letting us down.
stay on.
Alright. Actually, I'll
I hate you.
Alright, so
Oh, yeah. Right, where you told everyone about the bomb.
Yep. That was a funny comedic moment. It was supposed to make everyone feel slightly less stressed. It was very planned.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that, Nightshine. But either way, I have faith in you. You can do this. You have hero points left, right? Right?
No?
I have faith in you, Nightshine.
No, because the GM suggested twice that I use the goggles on the heart of the Everglow, but I haven't come up with that idea myself. I don't know if I should.
Alright, well, basically you've just had the Whispering Pen and Alexandrite leave. I believe people were talking to Steel, but from that point you can either keep talking to Steel about things, or you can go and see if you can kill everybody. Or do something else. That's always an option.
Well, I know that Steel said that he and Vern would go check something. It was a possible hidden area for the Chaos Knights, I think.
Yeah, that's...
Said that would be for tomorrow.
Well, that all because it's in the palace, which is in the city, which the Queen isn't in.
Yeah. Alright.
Still, is it fair to say that because Nightshine has 20 intelligence, he would have come up with the plan to use the goggles on the heart of the Everglow?
I mean, if you want to argue that, then sure.
Okay, I shall. Oh my god, Nightshine, I'm so smart. I pull out the goggles and use it on the heart of the Everglow.
Alright. So you place the goggles on, and you know what happens?
I know, I feel pain.
You take 4 points of non-lethal damage, as you feel an odd scratching sensation at the side of your head.
I'm starting to feel used to this.
So, as you focus, obviously you're looking around the room, it's a bit like that whole AI camera stuff where you see words popping out as the cameras start recognising basic objects. Like on you guys, creature, it recognises books, it will recognise obviously various bits of metal, that sort of thing. So I'm guessing you're going to focus a little bit more on the Heart of Everglow.
Yeah.
Alright, you'll focus. And you enjoy the... So, it will identify the object as the Heart of Everglow. It will inform you that it is a relic of the ruminant. I don't think they'll call themselves an empire. I'm trying to think of what they refer to themselves as.
Collective?
We'll go with Ruminant Nation for the time being. It does indicate that it is reading different. It is different from its original state, so you know there's something odd about it, and you got information about what its basic function was, which I think, or its original function, not what it's kind of weird and doing now. And I think you got access to a little bit of history about it, which you guys should already know.
I'm gonna try to find out how to destroy it.
So you start looking around at the information you've got there. So that information will probably be in amongst what you've already got as you start looking, because you're not like probing more deeply. You do take 12 points of non-lethal damage for that one. But it seems the goggles, as you start trying to probe and work it out, don't list its destruction or the way you can destruct it. It will nicely tell you after you finish sort of looking and you've tried and instruct it a little bit more to help you find what you're after. It will indicate that that information is not available, and if you wish to enter this information, please state, basically.
Is what?
If you wish to enter this information, please state now.
Yes, but I think I'm gonna get the same error page I got before.
No, basically you can just add some additional information.
Yeah, this is you editing the wiki page.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was saying state if you want to know.
No.
Alright.
You already did that. I want to know kind of this, and you got a lot of more history information in the background, and a lot of the like. I think you got the information about its curation, which, again, did I give you information about how it was made?
You did.
Cool.
It was the heart of someone the clever or something.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I would have to look up their name. I think I have sent it to you in. But yeah.
The heart was taken and crafted from a powerful being called Total Blade the Clever.
Yeah. So there you go. You have the information. So you would have got that again.
I wanna run a diagnostics to know what's different from why is saying it is different this time.
Okay. So the goggles, they start wearing into life, and a lot of additional diagnostic stuff starts taking place. This hurts a little bit more, but not that much. So it probes it, and it starts giving you reams of information, and it obviously indicates that it has a strong necromantic aura, which you already knew, and this is one of the big differences, and it indicates that the item has been corrupted by a very powerful external source. It does state source unknown, and it also has it's kind of like cursed, but not in like the curses which you guys would be familiar with. It's actually kind of a more of a extreme version of this. It does state that it may be possible to remove the curse off any given person, but it appears that the curse will potentially latch onto another close by life signature. And you do indicate that if the total destruction of the original person, the curse will then would attach itself to the next person who came close to it. The curse is basically keeping everyone eternal, but anyone else who touches it, it sucks the life out of them. You also get the feeling there's some additional effects, but the goggles aren't able to identify this completely because it seems to be happening externally to the stone itself. It seems to have a connection elsewhere, and you would have to examine whatever that other source is, and it would then be able to link up and work out what's going on.
How could that possibly be? How can I examine the source from here?
You would have to find the source and use the goggles and look upon it. So, if you can see it from where you're stood now, yes.
Can I? I'm gonna start looking a bit around the stone, see if there's any small
It gives you
line.
it won't give you a line, but it gives you a vague direction of southeast. But it can't give you distance. It just gives you like a bit like on, say, Fallout. You get one of those like quest markers appear, and you look around. And it's in that direction. That's the best you get.
Nice. Does it say how to lift the curse from steel to someone else?
You would have to seek means of removing the curse by potential curse removing means and southeast.
Oh.
And attempt it. It won't be something which will be easy, as it seems to be a very strong curse. So if you basically do if you start looking at like curse removals or something what affects curses, then potentially. But you'll be rolling against a very high caster level, basically. And you're also quite sure that this item carries basically artifact level magic on it.
Can I use knowledge geography to have a guess where the thing is pointing out to?
I mean, you can just look at your map and look at what's sort of southeast from here. Which looks like you already are. So I mean, if you're unsure, basically southeast is kind of like anything in this direction.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I could get a more precise. Oh.
No. Basically anything in what my arrow, if you no, you probably can't see it.
I have a guess.
Yeah. Basically anything in that sort of direction, but it's kind of like not necessarily a straight line, it's more of a sort of what you're doing, more of that sort of area is what you will guess. I mean, you can assume exactly what you want, like, but it's in that direction.
If I put the heart of the Everglow on the thing that's linked to it, what would happen?
You don't know. That would be something what the goggles cannot answer.
Right.
You're dealing with theoretical stuff here.
I can't think of anything else, so I'm gonna remove the goggles and complain the pain. Ah!
Alright.
No! Still, can you make that pain go away?
Still will give a nod, and this is where I see. Did I finish making Still's character sheet? Allies. No, I only put him down enough so I have had his icons there. Let me have a look how many dice I need to roll to give you healing. But yes, he basically will be able to remove your pain.
Yay.
Now, bear with me. I haven't actually. Still getting used to Windows 10 at the moment.
I'm happy with saying it's a 2d8.
Sorry?
So,
I'm happy with saying it's a 2d8.
Oh, it's definitely more than 2d8. Well, no, it'll be a d6.
so what'd you find out, Shine?
Well, nothing really. I mean, we already knew that there was, like, wait, did we already know there was a way to move the crest to someone else? I don't know if we did.
Nope, you did not know that.
Yes, we did learn something new. We can make the curse go to someone else. But it's a very complicated way and we technically cannot.
Well, it doesn't hurt to try seeking out the way to move it.
I don't think there is a point to moving the curse to someone else.
Now, you can't remove the curse because it's always going to be present, and it's just that somebody else will get it.
Yeah.
In an STD.
Yeah, well,
That's not my CD's work.
there you go. Enjoy that mini dice.
Yay.
I think that probably gets rid of most of it. He does add some pluses on, which I haven't sat and worked out if it makes a difference.
It removes it.
Yeah, he removed it.
Yeah, I did remove it.
Okay.
Yeah. Sam, I have a question.
You get +7 if you need it. Yeah.
What do you want to do?
You're asking Steel in character.
Yeah, in character.
What with the Heart of Everglow?
No, I mean with your life. Your eternal life.
I will do what I sworn to do. I will protect the Queen.
Jim,
I may have failed her in life, but I can protect her still in death.
is that all you want?
That is my duty.
Okay, I don't get to bothering people. But I will respect it.
I'm sure if you wish to know more about that, I'm sure Alexandrite will probably be more than happy to explain.
I think you would hate me.
I mean, that's always possible.
But I will thank him for the help and now I gotta check out the bomb.
Alright, he will scoop up the Heart of Everglow. Anyone go into the upper decks with Nightshine?
Burnblow, he has nothing to do down.
We.
Oh, there's a the urge to eat popcorn.
So, you're sure that you know what... Sorry.
No, that's why I wanna look at it.
Okay, you're just looking at it. That's... Okay, sure. So,
You will. he will just pull out a pen and start taking a few notes on the bomb. Like, I think the clock was completely removed from the bomb.
No, you removed its power core, which basically was building it up, and it kind of stopped at 1 second. Because basically the countdown, you disabled it, but the countdown kept going, and you guys were panicking, and Alexandrite was about to hit it, but then it just kind of stopped at 1 second and just didn't go any further.
So, if I were to reattach the power cord, it would probably explode.
Yeah, don't do that, please.
I know. I want to know if I could. Can I make another power cord? I want to. I just imagine maybe I could build another trigger, one that's more controllable.
I mean, you don't have enough concept on how ruminant tech would work to even attempt to construct something like that. It's the technology is so far beyond what you're capable of. It's a bit like if somebody gave you an alien device and you were told you have to build something to attach it to it. That's basically the sort of thing you are trying to deal with here.
It's like you're an old man setting up a VCR.
You are like still trying to learn about Windows 10. I want to take a look at the glass. How broken does it look?
There's a good crack in it. It seems not. It hasn't got any bigger, but you reckon one good hit to it possibly will fail. I mean, if you half-arse do it, it'll probably withstand it. But if you give it a good whack, intending to try and destroy it, it'll probably will give way. And you can see the energy still circling and crackling. And I mean, I don't know if you can hear the noise what it's making occasionally, because it should be making a noise.
I shall put sound off. Oh yeah.
Did you hear it?
Oh no. Yeah, why is it here? Why do you have a bomb, oh chef?
I mean, to be fair, we didn't want it to get back into the hands of that, the deer they encountered on, over where your wife is at. And, you know, because chances are, if he saw this thing again, he would go berserk and try to start it around the
No. He himself was scared of this. I don't think he would start it over. We still 1 second left.
Well, we should probably get rid of it then.
I don't think we can get rid of this.
Simple.
Stop crackling!
All we have to do is fly out to the middle of the ocean and just drop it in whatever trench we can out there. That way, you know, it will be out of our hair. We won't have out of our mains. We won't have to deal with it ever again. And
It would still maybe explode on the ocean. Think of the fish!
When somebody think of the fit. Sorry.
Somebody think of the corpse.
How charged up does it look like on a scale of 0 to 100?
I mean, it looks like there's no charging meter that you can see on the outside. Based on in the orb and the energy giving off and the glow and the pulsations, it looks pretty volatile. You wouldn't want to be in there. You kind of look like you'll probably be ripped to pieces.
Does it look half charged at least, or less?
Issue is, you don't know what one of these devices look like when it's 100% charge, 50% charge, 10% charge. So you have no scale to go by.
I wouldn't want to be one of the people to see it when it's at 100% charge.
So it could be at 100%, it could be at 50%, you do not know.
Maybe we should just bury it in some ruin somewhere and just cave the ruin off to where no one can get in it ever again.
I think it would explode.
Hmm?
I think
Oh, I just got a good idea.
Oh,
You know that pillar that Ember set off with all the demons?
yes, I think that's also an artifact, and it's not going to be destroyed, much like the heart of the Everglow.
I mean, we could drop it on like any demons that are still there. Like,
That's mean.
Well, okay, here's my
We
question.
want to kill a zebra friend who lives there.
Zebra friend.
Yeah, have a zebra friend.
that's true. We could send them a message to see like, hey, get out of there.
Yeah.
Bring your mother with you.
Let's see. This thing has what? A 10-mile, 12-mile radius?
12. Also, can I look at the clock and see at what number it started?
There's no... Oh yeah, it's still at 1 second.
Okay, did it start at 1 hour, 5 minutes?
There was... You don't know when it started. By the time you guys worked out it was counting down, I think you had something like 2 minutes when you realised.
Yeah, I guess. I guess besides drawing down what I can see here, I don't think there's much more to do. And who is controlling my Weasel? Oh, hi Weasel! Is that you still?
Yeah, maybe. I'm trying to get him back to the top.
No, no!
There we go. Oh, what did I just do with it? I did
You,
say... Oh, he picked it up! Hold on. One
He's
second.
all blue.
He's eating it.
Oh, good work, Lord Weasel.
Hold on, let me fix this.
I think that would save us from from being blown up.
Uh,
Probably not.
No, I mean, Mr. Weasel definitely cannot pick up this object.
If this absorbs the power, becomes like a Super Saiyan.
Ah,
Mr. Weasel, where did you put this item? Okay, I can click on Mr. Weasel and he now makes the artifact noise.
Oh god, Mr. Weasel is the artifact.
Should have gone into your items. Unless you've transferred it into yourself.
I can't see on his items.
Okay, that's weird. Oh, cool, I can just... Oh, there we go. It's there now. Click and drag. Give. Delete. Come on, you should be able to drop. Drop.
Drop it. Drop it.
Yeah.
Boom. Game over.
Oh no, I made 2 of them. Okay, I'm just going to delete it and then... Oh no, because... Yeah, it should still have the sound and everything else, okay. Delete it, and then I'm going to place it down again.
Goodbye, Lord Weasel.
No, not Lord Weasel, I'm going to delete the object. The artifact.
Oh.
Item.
I don't feel so good, Mr.
Make it bigger. There we go.
I don't feel so Weasel.
It's lost its blue. Maybe that. Boom. Boom. I think it was 0.5. So, Team Poke Things. Oh, that's too bright. Anything else you guys are doing?
No.
No, we need to figure out where we can dispose of this thing properly. Like, if we're gonna drop it on some pyre that has demons coming off it, then you know what? Sure, but if there are civilians in the area, hey, we gotta get them first.
I think we can worry about that after the humans.
Yeah.
In the meantime, what's up, Blood Weasel?
Alright, so are you guys just going to relax and wait for Alexandrite and Wishful Pen to return?
Well, technically, Bird is supposed to be here with Lightning.
Well.
Because of everything that went down. Tomorrow he can always just go and exchange that weapon for the adamantine katana.
Well, I mean, it's only midday, so they're going to be returning in probably the next few minutes once, well, probably in the next 15 to 20 minutes from this point, to be honest.
Fair enough.
Well, you don't know that, but they will be.
Yeah. Bird is going to not be right near the bomb, and he is going to go over here. Oh right, can't. He goes there. He's gonna sit down and with his silver shamisen out, which gives him a +2 or +1 bonus.
I think those bonuses will help you.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, he's just gonna take his shamisen out and he's perform some music, or at least try to. Performance is in background.
I'll put that in the middle like it was.
Form string.
That one, you set off the bomb.
Yeah, he's just trying to play some comforting music.
So, Blood Weasel, did you complete your quest?
What was his previous quest?
He had to deliver a letter to Field Marshal.
He gives you a salute.
Yay! I give him a salute back.
He'll,
So,
I have a feeling he'll probably then go into your bag looking for food.
Probably. Can weasels drink alcohol?
I mean, he's technically not a weasel, so yes.
Oh yeah, I guess he is a small little dragon.
Yeah.
Can drink alcohol? I think they can.
I
yeah,
mean,
they can.
I mean, the dragon can do what the hell the dragon's like because they're a dragon.
I mean, a hornet can actually drink alcohol and get.
I mean, you could try telling a dragon they can't do that, but I don't think the dragon will listen to you.
I guess we can skip forward now.
Alright, so let's go forward some minutes. On the horizon, you will see Wishful Pen, Alexandrite, accompanied by a rather large looking pony who is actually large size, as well as another cleric looking individual.
I'm going very suspiciously ask them, prove yourselves that you're not imposters.
You're a moron.
Alex would never say that.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
You blow up the ship yet?
Alright, they can come in.
You guys should be on the map. If you can't see yourselves already, you should be able to move around on the ship. Let me know if you can't get on deck.
Yeah, I can't move through the wall.
I didn't know if there was a wall there or not. There we go, you're on deck now. Like I said, there is a rather large Antean and a smaller cleric. I would put icons down, but you have to go through a very long-winded process to add characters.
I would do the extra work to make it more immersive, but I won't.
Not for characters who will be here to basically teleport something.
Bird is going to inform Swift Gadget about the newcomers, and so that she's able to deal with the ruminant.
Oh, it's been turned off.
Yeah.
Oh, they have?
She gives you a flick around the ear and goes, weren't you paying attention? We turned the thing off before the army showed up on here. I wasn't going to do it for every damn army member.
Been quite busy as of late, so either way.
As the thing makes its pulsing noise, if you heard that, the two on deck sort of look at it a bit peculiarly.
Has that thing always pulsing, or
Yep.
have we just been on it? Okay.
It's always been pulsing. It's if you had the sound turned on, if you heard it or not.
It's been a while, so I didn't remember if it was always glowing and pulsing. It was like,
Yep.
is this not new, or like are we gonna blow up?
No, this has been doing this since you've removed the core, basically.
Okay. Oh, that's, yeah, probably best to ignore that right now.
They'll give it a glance, but the smaller individual goes, well, take us to the Queen then.
Alright. And I will take him to the Queen and keep his sweat. No, there's a...
You have to go around the long way. I mean, yes, there's a wall there because it's a pillar. There's a big mast there. Alright. Oh god. Hang on, I need to press buttons so I don't see what you see. There we go. Move you. Alright, they will accompany Alexandrite below deck. The Antean does struggle with moving down. His larger and bulky size, he's definitely very much squeezing down, and you can hear the metal of his armour scraping against things as he moves. And the fact that when he moves through the dining room, in a sense, the table and chairs get shoved out of the way as he basically just sort of more barrels through it, as that's the only real way he can move through this area. Knocking chairs and shoving the table right over, and then squeezing through the door. He gives a bit of a snort, clearly a little bit unhappy with having to try and squeeze through such small spaces.
Sorry for the textbooks. The ship was obviously not made for creatures of your size.
He will look down at you and just, with a deep voice, just go, I will endure.
Alright. And I'll lead them into the room to steal it in.
So the cleric, as he comes in, will his eyes will fall on the marble coffin straight away, and is already sort of obviously observing it and looking over it as he approaches it. Still does give he gives you a look, Alexandrite, and then obviously is watching the other two newcomers very carefully.
Steal, these are clerics of the temple. They're here to verify the authenticity of the queen. And this one's here to help move them.
The still sort of gives a slow nod still looking a little bit uneasy for this, and says to them, "Well, I can confirm for definite this is the Queen." I mean, they will. The smaller cleric looks over and I mean, spends probably a good 5 minutes just in examining it, and the craft work and the iconography are all over it. I mean, pretty much screams it's the Queen. But there is a sort of a moment that you get the feeling he kind of wants to open it and just to, kind of see, but he seems to sort of contain himself, but he does seem a little bit excited. Well, I suppose we should be getting back where we can do a more thorough investigation elsewhere. Still steps forward and sort of, commanding tone goes, "Well, where she goes, I accompany. So if you're taking her anywhere, I'm coming with." He waves a hood. Yes. We've got that all sorted.
Don't worry, I'm covered for you.
At this point, the Antean's going to do the Antean thing, and basically is basically putting some stuff on it so that it can be kind of almost sort of like half dragged onto, so it's resting on his back, so he's almost like pulling it along, just so it's enough that it's classed as him carrying the object, basically. Still helps to a degree, but he's very much making sure that they're doing it carefully, not damaging anything, and not rushing this.
Yeah, it's like moving a couch.
A very heavy couch.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of something heavy and awkward that you try and move, and I couldn't think of anything. But couch is probably the best.
Yeah, couch is probably the closest thing. Like
grand piano. How about a grand piano?
Oh, okay, that's also good. I never had to move a piano before. I had to move a couch, so.
Oh, pianos are dreadful, dude. Absolutely awful. I've had to move a piano twice, along with a whole bunch of antique Victorian era furniture, like solid oak, weighing several hundred pounds. It was dreadful.
Yeah. So that's that sort of kind of care with trying to remove this item. That takes a good 30 minutes to basically to put together and everything else. But once it's done, the cleric basically announces, "Right, well, we are heading back to the temple now." He looks towards Steel and goes, "Well, place a hoof upon me and I will begin the teleport back." And with that, Steel will do so, and so does the Antean. A few words are spoken, and once it's finished, they vanish.
I'm surprised Steele agreed to that. Did he ever detect evil on the Antean?
You wouldn't know if he was doing stuff like that, because that's obviously stuff that is, because it's a spell like, there's no active outside noticing that it's being done.
So it is a cleric of Blaze, so I'm pretty sure that would ping.
Are we leaving the airship here?
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't think we're able to take the airship directly to town, can we?
It's an airship, you fly it over the wall.
What do you guys think?
That is a good question. I mean, we're probably gonna have to do something with the airship soon, considering that the army's gonna be here.
Yeah. I mean, what we could use it for is to go and hide in the clouds as we scouted and spy on the human army.
I don't think that would work. If we can't see them, they can. I mean, if they can see us, we probably cannot see them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit like trying to go in a plane and spy down. I mean, unless you've got good equipment to see that far down, you're not really going to be able to see much.
Well, we could use it to our advantage, though. Try performing night recon and see if we can't spot the humans' camps and get a bit of an eye on them. Then report back to Field Marshal Thunder.
There are spots where we could let this inside the city, like the park or the big green place, Academy of Birds, I think was the name.
The academy or something along there.
Yeah, though the oh god,
I'm moving you with everybody else, so
the artifacts.
I'm just putting you with everybody else, so you don't feel left out.
I mean, I now that Steel is not here, I don't think the ship is very well protected outside the city.
Yeah, I think we should move into the city. That way we have a quick entry and exit if we need it.
Alright, Swift, do you agree with this?
I mean, I can get more booze while in the city.
Okay, then it's agreed. We'll head towards. We should probably alert the guards that this is going to happen before we do anything.
Yeah, would you rather I go ahead and work?
I'll go.
Uh,
Alright.
I think he said to come be there after 6 p.m. if we needed anything or something like that.
Who said to come at 6 p.m.?
Field Marshal, I believe, because I mean I think he said if you. I think the guard said that he was busy until 6 p.m.
Oh, yeah. You could go and talk to him as well.
Well, and how long does it take for us to walk from here to the city?
Not long. It's about 5 minutes. So, are you all gonna head back, or some of you heading back, or what?
Why don't we all head back? Let them know.
I think one person should stay back.
Alright, if need be, I'll stay.
It's fine. You got lightning staying.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll
oh.
let you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
okay.
Let's head back then.
God, this fucking thing is making me nervous now that it makes sounds.
That was the whole idea of it.
Yeah.
It was you having it on board was not meant to feel safe.
Yeah. Bird is, he gives a slow nod to Alexandra. Yeah, I know, but we weren't gonna leave it there for it to be used again, were we?
No, and even if they couldn't be used again, having it just on the island where, like, I don't know, an animal could set it off accidentally didn't seem like a good idea.
Alright. So, you guys walk and head back into the city. Once, obviously, all of you move over to the map. Let's see.
I am waiting for it to load.
Yeah, I'm just seeing two of you are A and C.
Yep.
Well, obviously, while you're waiting for things to load, is there anything you plan to be doing for the next few hours?
I want to go talk to Styx.
Okay. Other than talking to Styx?
I guess I could head to the temple and see how everything's going.
Cool.
Yeah.
I could
Nope.
go and do one. I'm sorry. Go on ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, looking at the time, and Milk Thistle's going to be busy for the next several hours, but he should be done by the early morning hours the following day. So I'll need to sleep 2 hours. So I believe between 5 and 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, Milk Thistle should be done crafting.
You do get a sense, Milk Thistle, that there's a little bit more commotion going on, just from based on activity in proximity to where you shut yourself off. It's normally a quiet area, but there's definitely, you get the sense there's more activity of something. Not like there's any danger or any problems, but there's just more activity.
Yeah. People are being uppity.
Yeah.
Milk Thistle he's going to disregard that for now and stay focused on his work because he's almost done. And if there is something big coming up, he'll be notified.
Yeah.
Berg is going to swap this weapon in for an adamantine katana, and then he's going to see about helping out further with the training for the civilians.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I could do is go back to my training.
Yep, your training. So, Burnt, adamantine weapons are rare, and sort of the more eastern weaponry isn't a common thing that is seen actively around the Pony Nation. So you be able to find somebody in the city to have an adamantine katana isn't something which is likely to happen.
Alright.
You are possibly going to find other adamantine weapons, but not a katana. That much I can tell you. When you start looking, people will sort of give you an odd look.
Obviously out of character because I'm not there. We did establish last game that behind absolutely everything there is a blacksmith that could potentially have the skills necessary to craft a katana, but it will take time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you do know.
So, are long swords are one-handed or two-handed?
Long swords are one-handed.
Now, the bastard sword can be used as a martial weapon if you use it with two hands, and since you don't carry a shield, you could effectively use it actually, and you would get hand and a half damage with it.
Yeah, and I have a saddle rack that has the lucerne hammer. So yeah, I'll attach it to my lucerne hammer, or not my lucerne hammer. The saddle rack. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just tie this over to my hammer and make it even longer weapon.
I'm gonna have a double-sided weapon. It's exotic.
Come on, brain work. English isn't.
You know what you could do? You could get like a 2-foot-long chain and dangle the bastard sword off the ass end of your lucerne hammer, so that way you can swing it around and look really cool.
Yeah, like a nunchuck.
It's not a lucerne hammer nunchuck. It would be so dangerous but cool.
Oh god. No,
I'm imagining this, like the lucerne hammer is like too heavy to effectively use with a single hand, but once you get it spinning up, you have enough centrifugal force pulling it away from your body, so the chain just continues to wrap around your body, so you got like this tornado motion of lucerne hammers constantly swinging. That would actually be really cool.
Oh god.
Okay, I'm just gonna attach the adamantine bastard sword to my saddle rack, and I'll have to leave the lucerne hammer on the ship then.
No, that's fine. That's all doable. Okay, so the only person who was going to do stuff other than training side of things is Nightshine, who wants to go and see Styx.
Yeah.
What would you like to do when you visit Styx?
I gonna go inside the store and say, "Do you have a moment?"
I have he gives a nod of his head. I have several.
do you wanna get high with me? I think I kind of there's some stuff I kind of wanna talk with you, and it will be awkward. So do you want to get high with me so it's less awkward? Oh God, this is so awkward. I feel like penguin.
Um, he, he gives you a smile and a small chuckle. What makes you think I'm not already high?
That makes things so much easier. Uh, I, so I I think we have something in common, actually. You know,
We both like drugs.
yeah. I mean, I just started to learn about drugs, but that's not it. So that tribe of bones, I'm kind of bothered to ask. Like, I mean, I also have my wife, and she's also apparently she's from a race that's long forgotten. And I thought, hey, that's kind of like what you tribe of bones people are like. And I kind of wanted to know how you feel about being forgotten or something.
We are. He just gives you a smirk. We're not forgotten. We're just hidden. We do not wish to be found. At least not too obviously. Those who want to find us probably can, but we're in places which we are left alone. At least now.
Mm, maybe, maybe the small ponies are also just very well hidden, and even they don't know where they are. Maybe.
Maybe.
He scratches his chin. How how do you do to hide good?
We just don't draw attention to our practices and our rituals, and get a judge of those who ask too many questions. But most don't care, don't want to ask, and happily pretending we don't exist, so they don't ask.
Wouldn't you like to exist?
I do exist, and we do what we want without being hindered, just not in public.
Hmm.
He sort of waves a hoof. We don't need a grand temple like the rest of you ponies. We don't need to uh, flaunt our deities to everybody.
You know, there was the other side of a mansion I went with my friends on, and we found some skeletons which were friendly, and there was also a very necromantic drawing on the floor. It's make. Do you people have like all connected on the other side of the city? That would be cool.
Have a what? Sorry.
Like like there you people have tunnels on the other side of village town, and you are all connected, literally somehow.
There are pathways under the city, yes, but we don't make wide use of them. There are things that do lie deeper, and I believe that in the past things have come out from underground, but nothing too dangerous.
Eh, hmm. If by any chance you see a robot horse with antlers, please do let me know. I think he wants to kill me and my friends.
I'll be sure to let you know if I see a horse with antlers.
I thank you. And I guess we're gonna smoke until it's time to go talk with Field Marshal.
Yeah. I mean, I assume.
Riley starts playing.
So, those of you who went sort of in around the temple, things seem to be a bit more. There's not as many clerics around. There definitely seems to be you get a sense that there's a little bit more of excitement in the air for those clerics that are about. And if you're paying attention, you can see there's clear people who are moving between places and doors, and there's definitely something happening in the background, which obviously you guys know about what potentially is going on, but that's again a little bit more hidden, and to the general public they probably won't notice too much, but if you're anybody who wanted to pay attention, you could notice what's going on. But otherwise, you guys enjoy your downtime, your retraining, or training the actual troops that are beginning to prepare themselves for battle. I believe, Burnt, you will be doing it in the park, as that's where a majority of the retraining or the training of the general public is taking place. And you will all do that until 6 p.m, because I think you said you wanted to see the general.
I don't think he's here.
Yeah, we wanted to talk about the ship.
Alright.
Still, stop!
I'm here. Sorry.
You can't do that.
Can't do what?
I don't know.
I'm advancing the time, leave me alone. Alright. So, you guys wanted to see Field Marshal, is that correct?
I believe so.
Yes, our recent prestigious days the weeks well away.
Understood. Alright, so all of you will head to the noble section. I believe you kind of indicated you wanted to see him earlier in the day, so you're at least expected. When you entered the room this time around, the kind of model of the city that they're putting together looked more finished, and there's still like a minor buzz of activity. There are not as many of the Field Marshal's command there. There's just one other, and you basically can obviously walk up and just start talking to him, as you guys are obviously trusted individuals. You're allowed to walk freely, you don't need an escort, sort of thing.
Good evening, Field Marshal.
Evening. Seems we've having more developments happening as things go along. Have you come to bring me more?
Sorry, what was that last word?
He asked, have you come to bring me more developments?
Well, yes. We've moved Steel Prism into the Great Temple of the Queen. And we wish to know what to do with our ship. We were thinking about bringing it inside the city, since it will no longer be safe outside. If you have to come closer.
Bring it in and bring it to the park. There are some limited cannons that the city do have. It may be prudent to at least house one or two of them on the ship, so we can have a mobile defence platform. And we can also fit the deck with maybe a ballista or two as well, to help with defense. If they attack more prominently from one point, we can at least redeploy that ship more effectively than we can anything else.
Alright, good idea. And you'll let everyone know that the ship is coming, right?
I'll ensure that the watch isn't spooked by a flying ship. When are you planning to bring it in?
As soon as possible.
I'll have the word. Everybody should be informed by morning, so you can bring it in at first light.
Alright.
But it appears that the bringing in the Queen's remains may potentially be an interesting thing that we can utilise.
Yes, I was thinking that would be a great morale.
Well, it also could represent something to possibly rally the troops behind, or the populace. I mean, in a sense, the Queen returning back to the city at its I hate to say use the word darkest hour, but in more of a could help uplift the spirits or act as a beacon to bring people to it. Possibly. But we need to spin it in the right way.
Yes, I've tried to do my parts with the heads of the temple with that.
Speak nothing of it at this moment. There is still stuff working in the background with this. And unless we will, once we have a plan brought forward, we will enact it. If you have anything else to suggest, feel free to bring it or leave your suggestions here, and we will take it to mind. But there are a few things in the works.
Out of character, isn't me just thinking like, what? Is there anything else I need to think about?
Don't think so.
Yeah, I think that should be it. Is there anything on your end that we should know about?
Preparations are going as best as we can plan. I have sent out some long-range scouts to try and pinpoint where the human army is currently, but we are yet to hear anything back. But they should maintain a far distance from them, so should not be spotted.
Alright. I will head back to the ship then and tell them the first thing in the morning we will arrive to the city.
Well, make sure you leave in the next 2 hours. At dusk, no one leaves the city or enters.
Alright, so we'll leave then after meeting here.
Field Marshal, do you think it's safe to say we have at least 1 week before the humans be here?
We're currently operating on they could arrive at any moment, so this is not a time to relax thinking we have longer than we do. Once I have a word on exact potential days, then I will plan to a day.
I was just thinking if there was any time left to try to do more preparations. You mentioned asking civilian tires if they still had soldiers.
It's possible. They will arrive probably in the aftermath, but we can supply you with the means to use the map, and you can take the map to Cerulean Tides and get word there. Getting them back, that's something you would have to work out.
I do have a few teleport scrolls left from the castle.
Then,
That
by all
would help.
means, make use of your scrolls.
I'm gonna look at Alex and Barnes. What do you two think?
And potential more allies would definitely be a help.
Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. We do need more allies.
Let me count how many people I can teleport.
I think it would be you and I want to say 4 others, maybe 3 others. No, it would be to the level of the scroll, so it'll probably be 4 others, which should be enough. You wouldn't. Um, you wouldn't be able to bring additional people, but Wishful Pen could attempt to cast from the scroll. It's not on her list, so she will have to make a check for it. But I'm pretty sure, being a deity of knowledge, she can attempt it at least.
So it's I think I can teleport 3 people besides me.
Alright, so who would you want to bring with you?
You two? Maybe, I don't know if Milk would prefer to go with Lightning Woods.
Well, I mean, right now, Milk Thistle is in he's working on some sort of project.
You do. I think he would have informed you that he would be finished by tomorrow morning.
Oh, alright.
And that if we needed help, we should go say that we need help.
Yeah, that's true.
Does Lightning Puppet count as an object?
No, Lightning Puppet does not count as an object. They are a person, I'm afraid.
Yeah, the lightning that's back on the ship is just T-posing.
No, they defended the ship valiantly from any attackers.
No, she's just in the fetal position, worried about assassins.
So, I guess on one hand we have Lightning, who you guys want to help become the Empress, so maybe she doing the talking would help. On the other side we have Milk Turtle, which I think it's better at talking overall.
Yeah.
Which one of you two would you people prefer? Or also, one of you two could stay here.
I mean, you don't need to use a scroll to get there, you just need one to come back.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to leave anyone behind.
I would prefer not splitting the party.
I still have training I need to do here. If I have like 2 more days, I can get everything set up.
Indeed. And I'm gonna be at least trying to keep training the civilians to fight for.
Oh yeah, I mean, you doing the civilians, you just, while you got free time, you can do that. There's nothing stopping you.
Yeah. All right. I think we should take Milk Thistle because he's better right now.
And with the things going on in the Kara area, I think we'll run into problems if we try to do Lightning as Queen.
Yeah.
But Alex, you mentioned you wanted to stay to train, so do you want to stay or do you want to go?
Yeah, I'm thinking of staying, so.
Then I guess I could go with Burns, Milk, and Lightning.
You can take the NPC Wishful Pen because Lightning's not here.
Yeah.
That's true. I just don't want to leave her behind.
Yeah. I totally understand that. But it's like Alexandrite said, there's a lot of stuff that happened because of the Kara temple. So
I will say, if Lightning covers for her life for the rest of her life, then Kara has won. Maybe we shouldn't leave her crying all the days left of her life.
I'm actually surprised this is coming from you. I thought you were against Lightning becoming Queen.
I'm not saying I am for. I just don't think that leaving her to cry forever is a good idea.
All right. What I'm hearing then is you guys are gonna go tomorrow morning and head to Serene Tides using the map and then using Night Shine to get back. Correct?
Yeah.
All right. What we could do is we have a quick 5 minute break, and then we will do the time skip to the morning, and you guys can begin heading over to Cerulean Tides.
Yep, I need to double check on my dogs.
I'll be right back.
Alright. Wait, I think I got lost.
Do we have the lightning hand puppet?
No, they are staying on the ship. Alright. Alright, so I think for the rest of the day, not much goes on. People obviously rest, continue crafting, and then the morning comes. Let me advance to dawn.
I mean, just as I upload, I would go to Milk and say, "Hey, we are going to another city. Do you want to tag along?"
Since I'm cloistered, I think you would have to like send that message to me from one of the temple members.
Yeah.
But
I would.
that message being delivered to me, I would very rudely respond backwards. I am working. I'll be done at 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's 7 o'clock right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it is the morning. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Today is a very warm 22 degrees Celsius, but it's completely overcast with some light drizzles every so often.
And last night I went to the ship to tell Sophia I did the plans and such.
Cool.
I imagine we are asleep on the ship.
Yeah, I would still probably sleep on the ship with lightning and
No, that is
rock the
that is fine. Okay. So the ship will arrive at dawn, which I think was about an hour ago, because it's no, it's the captain. So she's probably still in bed. So it will go in when she's ready.
Where are the spells for the sheets?
You have to enable them.
How do I?
Go to settings and toggle primary on.
Why was that necessary? Okay.
I guess it's a feature.
Yeah.
Not a very good one. Anyway, okay, I have my spells.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, it's a good thing I'm getting rid of my spells.
Alright, Milk Thistle will cast this on himself, so he will remain completely dry during the drizzle. But, yes, Milk Thistle will be coming out from the cloistered area, and he is now wearing a band around his head, and it is a bright silver band with a crescent moon that hangs down between his eyes on the bridge of his forehead.
I would ask what it does when we meet up.
And it's a weapon. This will enable me to summon multiple spiritual weapons, so if we need to fight, I'll be much more suited for it.
We don't need to fight, so it's going to be useful.
Alright, Milk Thistle will leave word with one of the temple staff saying that I finished my project and please inform... Rain, stop being stupid. Please inform Midnight Vision that my task is complete, but we're needing to leave for... What is that town on the west coast?
Cerulean Tides.
We're leaving for Cerulean Tides.
Alex, yes or no? Are you coming with us?
No, I still have more training to do, and someone should still be here in case the army shows up.
Okay. Is Lightning coming with us? I don't know
No.
how we can decide that.
The answer
No,
will be no.
okay.
She's not here, so the answer will be no.
And in that case,
You can take
does-
Wishful Pen if you wish.
we could take Wishful Pen. Wishful Pen, do you wish to come with us?
I'm always
We're
happy.
going to make friends.
I'm always happy to make new friends and visit new places.
Nice.
Oh, Blaine's online. We can message them.
No, she's not here.
Okay.
Where is? Oh, there's Serena Touch, right? Alright, any additional preparations you guys are making?
I'm simply selecting my spells I'm going to be preparing, but I have all the equipment I need.
Alright, anybody else? doing something that I need to know?
I think we're good.
Taking anything special or anything like that? Alright, let's see if this works. Oh. You're changing the underlying dimensions of the scene if you... Yes? We'll find out in a moment once I load it up. Okay, so as you guys are heading into the... into the Mithril map, there we go, I remember names. The guards that are on duty there do stop you, and they pull out a basically a scroll and hand it to probably you, Nightshine, and state that this is from the Field Marshal. You should be able to give this to whoever is in charge of Cerulean Tides.
That sounds like a responsibility. I'm gonna give it to Milky.
And Milk will take it. And is the scroll sealed?
Yes.
All right. He'll put that in his bag of holding.
Whee! Okay. Was there... Oh, Milk Thistle, I should mention this. When you do come out and talk to various people, you would very quickly, on the back, because you're obviously in the background things, you would probably learn that something has arrived in the temple, and there's a lot of like secrecy around it. All the heads apparently are together, and it's in the lower... Was it no, not catacombs. I can't remember what I called it, but in the lower part of the temple, and no one's allowed to go down there. So there's a lot of rumour about something under the temple that has arrived late yesterday.
Did we bring the ship to the city?
It's 7 o'clock. The captain's not up yet.
Well, we're ready to leave, so she needs to wake up.
Well, you guys will be heading towards the map, not the ship, so... Unless you want to go out and poker before you leave, then...
Well, Alex, we leave this responsibility to you. You and Team Grass can do it.
Alright, so... With that, let's... Nightshine, you probably would be given the command word to get you to Cerulean Tides.
Yay.
And it's easy enough to get through the map and find where Cerulean Tides should be and speak the command word. You've done this a few times now, so you've got a good idea what you got to do and how it works. Not quite that. I believe I think it's the command word is what is it River Cove in, I can't remember what language it is in. I think it's in Aqua, but that's basically what you'll roughly translate to if you've got those languages. Alright, let's activate Cerulean Tides. Ooh, that map is a lot...
prepared.
That map is a lot smaller than I thought it would be. Let me see if I can make it bigger.
Yeah, black square.
Right. Seemed okay. Pixel. You do it in pixels. Let's just add like
I've got a tiny black box on the screen.
So,
Yeah. Ooh. And it's not got any lines on. Configure. Where's my squares, damn it? So, there's my... Can you guys see the map?
I cannot.
I need a character with vision.
I cannot.
Ah, that'll be... you should not need vision. Hang on, let me just see if I've got the light on there.
You to do that.
Here we go. Toggle that off. That should fix the problem.
Now we can see.
Now I see it.
Yeah.
Right. One-legged mare, that sounds like a bar. The salty flask sounds like a bar. Watchful mare. Okay, did Swift Gadget create this map?
So you guys would arrive kind of out in the outskirts, which is sort of roughly over here.
All right. How many days travel did it take?
That took 0 days travel to get there.
Oh, we teleported there. We're
Yes.
gonna teleport back.
You,
Okay.
you use the
Sure.
Mithril map, which will literally teleport you anywhere within Everglow as long as you know the command word.
All right. It is still 7 a.m. Doesn't look like we suffered a time zone change.
No, not as far as you can tell. It's still the kind of same weather.
All right.
Maybe,
Is there any?
maybe
Is
a
there
bit.
any noise?
Oh, sorry, carry on.
Is there any noise coming from the city?
Okay, so the weather might be a bit cooler because you're near the sea, but in front of you is best described. You can see the city with walls around it, but just in front of it, where kind of where all these buildings here are, it basically just looks like a large slum has just basically sprawled up out of all sorts of various things, and it's sort of spread out across the front of the city that's obviously on the other side of the walls, and you have to basically kind of work your way through the slum, which is a bit like a bit of a winding path to get through it. Activity is beginning to spring up inside of the slum, but it's still quite early, so it's not too lively as of yet.
Does the countryside where we are look like it's been damaged in any way?
Um, you've probably got the sort of build up of rubbish and the kind of wearing down of the land, what overpopulation sort of brings, and the sort of dirt and build up that a slum will actually do to it. But that's sort of in the proximity of it. If you turn around and look out, the large area around here doesn't look too damaged. There still looks like there's farmland. You can see kind of to your south, there seems to be like a almost like a heavily forest area. There is a forest, but it's obviously quite a distance away, and there's clear signs that trees probably once stood to the south, a good distance, which is not on the map.
All right. Note this will turn to his party. So we are here to deliver this letter and ask for civilian tides help. It appeared that the city was not abandoned, as we were told. That is a good sign. Let us see how receptive they are.
Oh, there you go. No show.
It is a very good sign.
Oh, what's going on here? Oh,
We
there's...
go back in time.
Gotta be back in time.
Still doing it. Let me just fix.
So who's gonna do the talking?
You are. Thank you for volunteering.
Yeah.
At that point, Vern just gets like the ellipses over his head. He just sighs. Why do I open my big trap?
Vern, do you recall us speaking before I cloistered myself to work on my project? That I said I could assist you in gaining the Nightmare Spirit.
Yeah.
If you submit yourself to me and obey my commands, you will gain it.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
And the first thing you will do is you will represent us, and you will gain the favor of Cerulean Tide so that they will send assistance to our city.
Fair enough.
Now, can you say that like Emperor Palpatine?
I don't need to. I don't gargle gravel.
Yeah. All right. I don't know exactly what to say to help the situation further. I could do my best.
You may begin by raising our banner high, so that
Yeah.
they see it as we approach.
Yep. And with that, he's gonna raise the banner as high as he can.
Sorry about that. I had to quickly nip out.
No worries. Yeah, Bird is going to raise the banner as high as he can as he heads into Cerulean Tides.
Let us march in formation. Wishful Pen, will you march beside Burn Requiem? Night Shrine beside me.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so as you start moving towards the city itself, as I said, you do get a winding slum that you have to kind of walk your way walk through. It's it's not just a straight line to the gate, I'm afraid. And as you start sort of obviously marching through, and the fact that you have a banner sort of held up high, and it also carries the clear signs of the old queen. It definitely it turns a number of heads, and what sort of what started out as a rather quiet sort of slums, as you guys have starting to approach the city walls, you become very actively aware that the slums kind of have noticed, and you've got a lot of people sort of curious why you're there and watching you and stuff like that. So you've got a lot of eyes on you at the moment as you reach the gates of the city that are closed when you approach.
What are the dominant races of the citizens in the slums?
Actually, let me check one sec. Let me see. So, there we go. All right, so it's quite a big. So you actually have quite a mix of ponies here. You've got Earthbound, you've got unicorns, and you do have some slightly more odder looking ones, which you guys can make a knowledge nature check.
Alright, let's see. Do I have that as a question?
I do not have it for this character.
I do not have it.
Night Shrine, you have knowledge nature, don't you?
I do.
It's a good roll.
Ooh, nice.
Should have been hidden, but it's not. It's fine. You will be able to identify them as sea ponies.
Oh, the same pony that Night Shrine wanted to be saved by throwing himself off a bridge.
Yeah.
Shooby doop, shoop shoopy doo.
Yes, they've got like where they're. Actually, I'm trying to find a picture of Sea Penny. Sea Penny is. Can't remember what they actually look like in this setting again. It's been a while since I've looked at one. Oh, here we go. So yeah, where their ears should be, they've kind of got like almost fin-like. I suppose more like they look a little bit like dragons, where you know they've got those like what sometimes dragon ears can look like. It's kind of that sort of effect, but more scaly, and their fur has a bit more of like a scale effect to it rather than actual fur, and you've got clear signs what looks like they have gills. So there's a sort of a big mix of that side of things. As you approach the gates, they are closed, and you can see up on the wall there are guards, and seem to be they seem to be active. There's quite a few of them there, and they're clearly watching you guys as you approach the gates.
Announce our intent, Bert.
Greetings. We come on behalf of to wish to speak with your the leader of your community.
I think you broke up towards the beginning there, because I didn't
Right.
catch who you were here representing.
All right. We are here representing Viljetown and to speak to the leader of your community.
Okay. That's fine. That was the main thing I was after. The guards up on the wall sort of like look at each other a bit. They have there's a quick sort of word, and then one of them does call down. It'll be open shortly.
All right. Thank you very much.
Official going to roll perception and going to be checking to see if anybody is approaching too closely. Like, obviously, we're drawing attention, so they're going to get closer. But is anybody trying to sneak up on us or get too close?
That is a good idea. So Bird is going to do that as well.
And that is also at a +1. Because my perception is supposed to be at 17, not 16.
No, that's fine. I will make sure that I include that +1. So, Bern, you're not really able to sort of pay too much attention. The flag does kind of block a little bit of you trying to turn around behind you, so you're not picking up too much. Milkthistle, your keen goat senses are highly active. Any little sort of odd twitch, you sort of turn and catch it. You've got no one who seems to be daring to get too close to you. Everyone's keeping a sort of a short distance away, and you're quite certain that they are that there's lots of whispers going through, and people are wondering why you're there, and obviously the banner, the fact that you have announced that you're from Viljetown, it seems to be catching people's interest very heavily.
Very good. No visible threats currently, correct?
No, you're not seeing anything that I would class as, or you would class as a threat.
Good to go.
Alright, so after a few minutes the gates will open. There are a number of guards there, and the gate does open, not fully, but enough to allow you through.
Alright. Bird is going to walk with the others into the city and give the guards a nod. So, where might we find your leader? We need to speak with him as soon as possible.
sorry, bear with me. I'm just trying to remember my locations with this place.
It's alright, no worries.
Oh no, that's an inn, and that's an inn. Okay, so they will give you an indication of where you need to head. It's basically this building here.
Alright, thank you very much. Let's get going. And with that, he's going to, with a puffed out chest to make himself look more confident, he's going to walk with the others over.
And no physical is keeping time behind Burns. Wishful, not shiny, y'all keeping up?
Cool.
Yes.
Sorry, I forgot to move wishful
I,
pay.
I just. I'm following quietly.
You're falling behind.
No, I'm following quietly.
You're so quietly that the image of yourself is staying outside the slums.
I'm sorry, I'm trying.
So as you guys head through, you notice there was a fair amount of guards at the gate, and they close it fairly quickly. Not many of them seem to follow you, but a small amount do sort of kind of escort you to the building. Which, upon arriving, two individuals who actually, wait, I've got to double check the what was Serene Tides again. Yes, it was that. Right. As you arrive, there does seem to be a few individuals who who are there waiting for you, and some of them look like they may have not long woken up, or may have been caught in the middle of like breakfast or something like that.
Greetings. We are here on urgent business. Very urgent. Town is in need of aid, as well as we're also here to discuss a couple of other things involving Town. If we could take a couple of moments of the talk, it would be greatly appreciated.
As you say that, they kind of at least one of them isn't able to compose themselves, and looks very surprised at what you just said. The others seem to sort of at least not give any hint of them being surprised, and the individual who sort of was a little bit taken back goes, "Wait, you've come asking us for help?"
Yes.
But I thought you were coming to help us.
Are you in some sort of trouble?
Have you not seen outside?
Yeah.
No, it's teleported here.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, no, we did teleport. No, we have not seen the outsides. What's the situation like?
I mean, you didn't see the slums?
Oh. Oh, the slums. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, your poor are being kept outside the city. That is not unusual.
Well, they're not supposed to be here for starters. We're for.
Dion, what race are the ponies we're talking to?
Sorry, say that again?
What race are the ponies we're talking to?
They were a mixture, actually. Again, you've got a unicorn, you've got two sea ponies, and I'm just checking because there'll probably be one other of the more unusual ones, representatives. No, they'll be gone. And you have a dwarf, actually.
Oh.
A dwarf.
Dwarf.
That is. Yeah. That is quite a mixture. Bird looks to them and goes, "Are they not your citizens? I mean, if they're your citizens, shouldn't they be within the walls and helping out with the town work.
The At this point, the unicorn speaks up. Let's not talk on this on our doorstep. Let's go in and speak like civilized individuals.
Indeed. And with that,
The dwarf will probably grunt up. I can get my eggs and bacon as well.
Can I roll knowledge local to note the alignment of this settlement?
Yes, you can.
Yay.
let me just make this a blind.
You have no idea, Burnt. I'm just going to ask Nightshine if he wishes to roll his d6.
No.
I thought you get it for free.
It costs. I have a limited use.
Okay, you do have limited use. Fair enough. You think. You don't think it's good. You don't think it's bad. You think it might be in the neutral area, but you don't know if it was more leading towards lawful or more neutral as well. But you're pretty sure it's kind of it's one of the alignments is definitely neutral. You're not sure which one it might be. But that's about as much as you are aware of.
Okay.
So you are all taken in, and you're kind of taken to not necessarily not a council sort of like meeting chamber or anything else like that. You're more taken to a large. Well, I call it a drawing room. I think it would be referred to. There's obviously chairs to sit down. There's like a small table to sit and eat if somebody wanted to. Nice books. There's a desk to sit at, and it's more comfortable rather than like a meeting place. I'm assuming you're going to keep the flag flying the entire time, Burn.
Yeah, considering it's part of the it's part of how we're.
Okay, no, that's fine because you've got it as part of your samurai thing, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just that this is bigger than what you would see as a normal banner. So what you would normally wear, because it's a iconic flag almost. It's a little bit larger, so it is. You do have to do a little bit of manoeuvring as you go into the house. That's the only thing, but you can do it. It's not too much issue.
All right. So once we enter the chamber, Bird is going to look around to anyone besides us and our the ones we're talking to of note in here.
No, it's just basically you guys and them. There's nothing, no one additional or that you can see. There's probably going to be servants that come in because there's definitely somebody who's going to give the dwarf breakfast. But that's the most that you're going to get coming in and out.
All right. So we do wish to speak. It looks like you are. What exactly is the problem with the slums? Is it they're citizens of yours, aren't they?
Well, they're citizens of the Empire, so they're not ours. They're everybody's.
I see. Well,
we haven't had much in the way of news for many years, other than what we get along the coast.
fair to say.
But what was it you last heard of us? If you didn't know we needed help.
Out of character, what exactly was the last thing that we all heard of Cerulean Tides? Was it that the place was supposedly abandoned?
Yeah,
Uh,
Phil Marshall Thunder informed us that Cerulean Tide was a naval base,
yes.
and we haven't heard from them in many, many years, so it could have been abandoned or overrun.
Yeah.
All right.
The
Oh,
yeah, that's pretty much what he knew. He didn't. He basically had nothing. So.
all right. Burns sort of rests a hoof on his chin and he goes, "Well, the last we've heard of you, of the city, it was from Field Marshal Thunder, and he said that you were all this settlement was a naval base, and that he hadn't heard from the settlement in quite some time. So, um,
Well,
that was
we've been far too busy trying to keep the peace here, trying to stop. Well, everyone from outside overrunning this area and basically just turn it into a shithole and overpopulating and trying to get too much in regards to fish or anything else.
I see.
Ever
Well,
since the army left across the sea, and we've just had excess populace. Orders stopped coming, and we've had to make do.
understandable. Um, so here's what's happening. The human army is about, I want to say, let's see, it's been, what, since the week started, still it's been 2 days? Right?
No, we are on final day, so this is the sixth day into the week.
Alright. The, the human army is advanced.
No, final day. Oh no, it's the eighth day in the week. Sorry.
Alright. The human army is on its way to Vilgetown, and we need all the assistance we can get, because if they're...
The dwarf calls up, interrupting you. I think you missed some steps there, laddie. You're talking of a human army like we know what it's on about. What the hell are you talking about?
Alright, so there are these things, they aren't... They
Well,
aren't...
Pitbull puts a hoop gently on Burns' shoulder and hands him the letter.
Alright. He's gonna take the letter and hand it over to the ones that are in charge, and he goes, "Just read this and see for yourself."
One of the unicorn will take it, and one of the sea ponies will come over and obviously look over the shoulder. The dwarf is going to eat his eggs and bacon, and they will look over the letter, and they will read it. They'll pass it on to the other sea pony who was patiently waiting. They'll read it. The dwarf probably will wipe his mouth and go over and start reading it. And he kind of like mumbles the words to himself as he does read through it.
Alright. So, if there's any we would appreciate if you could give Vilgetown aid. I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement and understanding on being able to help one another out.
The dwarf calls out, "You want a couple hundred skilled crafters who got no work? Or do you need an army? Do you need an armada?"
An armada would be good. Or, well, I mean, either could be useful.
Yeah, I was gonna say both would probably be potentially good.
Yeah, can we, how much of each can you spare?
Well, we got 0 armada, so we have to be built, and you can have as many as you want to take off us. Because they're set outside with no work to do.
Why are they such a burden to you?
Sorry, say again?
Why are they such a burden to you? If they're skilled craftsmen, why not make use of their work?
Ain't no one want ships. We built. They were sent here to build a fleet to go and lay siege to the elves who stole your Pegasus weather or whatever they did. Ain't seen any of them come back. No orders to build more ships, and things have gone a little bit wild out in the wilderness, and they're all stuck around here to stay safe. I mean, we can ensure they get fed, but they've made do with their own houses and do whatever they do to earn a keep. But they haven't cleared off, and we're not about to send an armed force out there to drive them off. It will just turn into it'll turn nasty.
Why not employ them? I mean, they're obvious skilled.
Oh. The unicorn gives a chuckle. We do. There were when a building needs to be redone, then we can. Well, we're overswamped with workers. Or if a ship needs to be repaired, we have workers.
Yeah, it's kind of the more. They have too many workers. That's the problem.
So, as you can see, we can offer you skilled craftsmen if you want them, and it sounds like, well, I mean, based on the letter, I mean, that's the best we could offer. We have a few vessels but your Villager Town is very much landlocked, so it won't do you any good.
This is true.
Milkweed's in close to burned. Inform them of the Empire rebuilding.
We are reforming the Empire. We are reforming the Empire to bring unity back to the land. He says with a strong air of assuredness about him.
Yes, there was a hint of that in the letter. Something about sending a representative to Villager Town to establish some sort of unified council and to work together for all Ponykind's interests.
Indeed. And we are, if you'd like, we could, well, with the army advancing and all that's going to be a bit off. But yes, we are rebuilding the Empire, and, out of character, I'm sorry, words are hard.
To be honest, like, even after the war, like, builders would probably be good, because we're going to probably need people to rebuild shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, plus, we'll need to open up merchant routes for trade, so having ships going up and down the coast from the north to the south would be incredibly helpful. At Dragon's Reach, there's a river that feeds right into the heartland of the country through Maymay's Reach, and then it looks like through Turves, there's a river that leads up to the sea on the north end of the continent, so we definitely need ships rebuilt.
Yeah.
Saying this out of character, I'm trying to figure out how to make use of Cerulean ties because they're shipbuilders. And he's right, Villager Town is landlocked. It would be difficult to use the river to try to move troops or supplies for the army because they would have to move so far south to get to Dragon's Reach, and then they would still have to transport from Maymay's Reach to Villager Town across land. They would need to trek through the land to get to Villager Town. I think that would be the quickest way. Yeah. The craftsmen that are outside the city in the slums, if they know how to use wood, we can use them. We can use them to build barricades. They can make bows. We can probably find some of them who are fletchers and make a whole bunch of arrows and bolts. But again, this is stuff that's taking time, and you know, would they get there in time, and would they be able to craft in time in order to make a difference?
Yeah. Berg is going to look to the leaders of the settlement. He's going to say, how long do you think it would take to get them from here to Village Town? The crafters.
They look at each other and go, I wouldn't know. I mean, the journey was what, I think originally about 2 weeks walk along safe roads. No idea what the roads are like nowadays. You've also got to try and convince them to walk that far.
Well,
How many teleport skills do we have?
Not nearly enough.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just thinking, can we get 4 of the best crafters in the village of town?
That would be a waste of the teleport scroll.
let's see.
Plus, if we do give them orders to start building a fleet, we could set up Cerulean Tides to be an outpost to help command the coast, control the coast. Rebuild the armada. There's a forest nearby, so there's plenty of wood. But these ponies are going to need to get paid. They've been living in that for several years now, it would seem.
Yeah.
Yeah, a long time. That slum was well established.
Their skills are likely going to be rusty. How do we make use of them right now? If we give them purpose, that will give them hope and will likely bring them to our side as far as rebuilding the empire is concerned.
Is there like a land vehicle that we can suggest to them that won't require them to be moving, like some sort of mechanical carriage, maybe?
Nothing like that exists.
No. Well, it was worth a thought.
Yeah, I think the ship's the only thing like that, unless we have parts and stuff like that.
If you need stuff made, we can get something underway. You just need a way of getting it back to yourselves.
Nightshine, how many days travel is it from Cerulean Tides to Village Town?
He just said it was 2 weeks.
2 weeks on the safe roads, and no idea how safe or unsafe those roads are now. How many capable warriors do you have?
Warriors? I mean, I wouldn't call them warriors. They're town guards. Some of them were obviously trained by the original military here, who were left here to maintain Cerulean Tides as obviously an outpost, and there is a small detachment here who kind of run things, but they've not seen. Well, they don't see much in the way of combat unless you count the pirates that occasionally sail nearby. But the soldiers are currently out at sea patrolling, just to as we had some issues with them coming too close and it causing issues with our fishing vessels. But the rest of them are town guards. They can keep the peace, but we don't hire in excess to prepare for war, or could possibly send an army to you. I mean, if you need weapons, or you need crafted wood, or arrows, or anything like that, as long as you can get it back to your city, we can have it made, and a lot of it probably in a short time.
How short a time are we talking?
We have, like I said, we have literally hundreds of potential skilled craftsmen who have nothing better to do. As long as we have something we can give them as an incentive, they will do it.
All right, that's fair. He looks to Milk Thistle and Nightshine and Wishful and goes, well, I think this is a I think this is good luck finally coming around for us.
Yes, but we still need to transport the goods to Villagertown, and in short order.
Wishful Pen speaks up and goes, well, we could send the ship here as quickly as it can to pick it up and bring it back.
Oh yeah, that you make a good point.
I mean,
Yeah,
it it can move fast, and I mean it'll take a few days here and back, but I mean a few days might be not too long.
There would definitely be a better use of it than allowing it to sit still.
yeah,
We were going to use it so we could easily remove, and we could easily remove siege weapons.
yeah.
I
The
mean,
idea was if we make the ship fortified, we can have it defend the north, south, west, and east of the town at the same time, instead of putting out the sieges in one wall.
Yeah.
I mean we can still do that as long as it's back in time, but I mean in the
Yeah.
meantime, I mean
All right. Yeah.
she just
We'll,
goes, it's just an idea, but I mean if you need to get stuff moving, then that's the fastest thing that'll move, unless lots of teleports.
this
We
is
could
a
have we could have the crafts ponies reinforce the ship to make it stronger. And while we might not be able to load it up with cannons, perhaps they can load it up with ballistas.
I
I
like
do,
that.
I do not believe they will be able to make the ship more resistant than it already is, considering it's some weird technology it's made of.
Um,
Yeah.
the ship state, the it's got a metal undercasing, but it does have like a wood covering. Now the wood covering shows sign of age and wear and stuff like that. So the sort of more decorative outside, you definitely could do work on, but it probably would be more decorative rather than reinforcement because, like I said, the internals is made out of metal. Now, I'm going to ask. You guys are speaking out loud in regards to this. Wishful was whispering a little bit, but if you talk a little bit more loud, I just want to know.
Milton speaking out loud. We haven't revealed that it's an airship, simply that it is a ship.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, one of
Milton would.
as you did mention a little bit more out loud, one of the others go, if you need a ship arming, we got cannons and plenty spare.
Oh.
Excellent. Milton's smile comes back. Very well then. Here's what I propose. Counselors, is there a guild leader for the crafts ponies outside in the slums?
There is, there are a few individuals that we can send word of.
Would you invite them here, please? We need to speak to them.
Um, one of the sea ponies goes out and speaks to a servant who will start the running. Obviously, they'll be here in a number of minutes, but
And Milthistle is scratching notes away on parchment, making plans about what to discuss when they arrive.
the the one of the sea ponies goes. Um, Obviously, you can take some of the populace away, but we're going to need something to obviously get things going here. I mean, you don't need to give it to us right now, but if you can promise some sort of,
Compensation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just a promise, a promising note will work for us at this point. As
Indeed. This
I'm sure they would work under the promise of receiving things.
If
indeed.
you prove to be the skilled craftsman that you are reported to be, then you will have a place in the Empire.
Quite so.
Nightshine, would you please write up a promissory note?
Well,
Um,
they kind of want what they want to know what you can promise.
Uh, Once the army is dealt with and the Empire is reforming and trade routes are opened back up again and we rebuild, those who assist in defeating the army will be full citizens of the Empire, and we will make sure that they have land and territory of their own so that they may govern themselves under the authority of the Empire.
Well, is there anything you can? I mean, that is definitely they look between them all. That's something we can agree upon. But and the letter already has laid out, well, given an indication of your plans of that.
What do you require?
Something to give the workers. I mean, we can't offer them additional rations, and very little coin travels through this city currently. So if you can spare coin to pay them with, or additional food or grain or something like that. I suppose precious gems would also work.
Milthistle looks to the counselors of Cerulean Tides. Is there not enough food from the fishermen to be able to feed them?
Oh, there certainly we can keep everyone fed and going, but a variation on food will definitely be something that you would accept for work. If you've not had a one of them has a thing. Pears. Yes, if you haven't had a pear in years, then you're more likely to do something for a pear than you are a fish, which you have every day.
I do believe this can be. I do believe this is able to be done.
Do ponies eat fish?
They can if they have no other choices.
A lot of races and sub-races of ponies are either omnivores or carnivores, so the sea ponies would definitely eat fish.
Yep. Oh.
As far as farming for grain and fruits and other vegetables, that takes time. Villager Town itself has had an influx of population, and with the armies coming in, they are currently being fed. How many craftsmen do you have? Asking to the guild members.
They look. We haven't got any set numbers. We've never done a census out there. Any of the crafters are left over from the shipbuilding, and they've obviously trained their children in their art. So it depends on how many children they had, and if it's been passed down, and if their children have had it passed down.
Are you more than 1,000?
In the city or in the slums?
In the slums.
Definitely more. You're probably looking 2, 3 at guess. Not all of them craftsmen, I will admit, but there's definitely a high population out there.
Just a moment. And Milthistle calls the Council of the Empire into a huddle.
Right.
If there are thousands that need to be fed and paid, we do not have those resources ourselves. So we need to find them elsewhere. We can make promises to them, but that's not going to be enough to motivate them. They need something right now to push them. They've been destitute and spiritually broken for too long.
What would you suggest?
Wishful Pen goes, well, I've got like a few gold and stuff in my pocket.
A few gold isn't going to, motivate thousands. We don't have the coffers open to, simply make that. We either need to find a source of treasure, a large farm with more food than it knows what to do with, something along those lines.
Maybe they've got a problem we can fix, or or maybe they know of something nearby that will be valuable we can get for them.
They mentioned pirates.
They did.
Because maybe we can assist them with their pirate troubles once the human army is dealt with.
But we need their help now, especially if we're going to use their cannons and their skills to reinforce the ship.
This is true.
We could promise them a better life for their children. I think that's something we can convince them to work on.
That's what's already being offered in the letter itself, and I revoiced it just now. That's not enough for them.
No, you're promising them a better life. But what if we promise them a better future?
Hmm.
Well, obviously, if they would have a better life, their children would too.
Yeah,
But,
but we're not spelling that out.
well, if we're going to add that to the pods, we still need to make it better. They have a pirate problem right now that they're having a difficult time dealing with. We could potentially settle that, or at least find a way to produce a truce until this is over, and then we can focus on it. Maybe that would be enough.
Perhaps it would be.
I mean,
I'm not there, but I have one thing out of character thing to add.
Mm-hmm.
What do pirates generally collect?
Treasure, obviously.
Yeah.
But,
So we could just promise the pirate treasure.
well, the pirate treasure is either well hidden, well guarded, or both. And between the four of us, one of them being an NPC who's a lower level, we're probably not going to be enough to take on a whole horde of pirates.
Wishful Pen will go, I mean, we can help them with the pirates, but, I mean, how I don't know anything about pirate hunting or sailing. But I suppose we've got an airship. We don't have to sail.
Milk Thistle turns back to the council. Where is the pirate cove located?
We do not know exactly where they operate from. There are a number of islands around around this part of Everglow, as well as obviously many coves and hidden bits of coast. We're unsure exactly how many pirate vessels, but we think that there's a possibility of 3 pirate crews working together. Their vessels are are are, are fast and well armed. The ship that we got out there should be able to hold its own, but it can't match them for speed. So, and they're all about picking easy targets rather than having to fight anything direct.
So it looks like they try the. So it sounds to me like they're trying to be hit and runners, and even they mostly try to stay out of the fight.
So they're patient, smart, and cautious, which makes them more dangerous.
I believe I believe they do terrorise a smaller settlement further west across the coast, and I believe at least occasionally they lay anchor in the port there and obviously harass the populace.
Do you mean partner hurt?
They give a nod. Yes, that's the name of the place. It's possible that you might find them at anchor there, but we've never been able to catch them, at least with our vessel. But we only head that way to if we need to do any trading or some additional supplies. To be honest,
How many days would it take to fly the airship from village town to here?
roll me a geography, knowledge geography. You reckon it will take about 3 days, maybe less, if you can get the ship operating a little bit more continuously. Because obviously it can go 10 square, well, the equivalent of 10 hexes a day. If you can increase that in any way, then it will. You can get here quicker. But that's something you would obviously have to work out.
earned his.
I don't think we have time to take out the pirates right now.
Yeah, we don't.
But we do need to fortify the ship if we're to make use of it.
Yeah.
We could have village down do it.
But they're not designed for this.
They aren't skilled crafters. That's the thing.
I mean, well, we could get the ship here with the promise that we'd deal with the pirates. We deal with the pirates. We pick up what we can from what they've made for us, and then we head straight back to Villager Town and hope that the army wasn't as close as it was initially thought.
Here's what I propose, and Milthistle will say this to our council first before addressing it to everyone else.
Fair enough.
Here's what I propose. We bring the ship here. We promise the Ceruleans and the craftsmen that if they reinforce the ship, we will deal with their pirate problem. If we cannot deal with it completely right now, at least attempt to find a truce between the Cerulean tides and the pirates themselves until the army is dealt with. We will promise.
Sorry.
We'll promise them a better future for themselves and for their children, a future of peace, a future of unity. And with their help reinforcing the ship, we can finally use it as a proper weapon. The cannons we need and the reinforcements we need for the ship are right here in Cerulean Tides. We need to take it.
Indeed.
I will point out, because you guys have seen the cannons that the city has, because you Thunderclap was there and was looking them over and stuff like that, and you've spoken to him. You know the cannons in Ville are very much out of shape and need a lot of maintenance, so they're not very good. The ones here, I mean, you haven't looked at them, but based on what they've said, they're probably going to be better.
There's only so much we can ship back and forth. I don't know if there's any kind of weight limit for the airship itself, but there's definitely only a set amount of this space.
Yeah.
We can arm the ship itself with the cannons it needs and carry back what we can, and probably a few of the craftsmen themselves. But if we promise to deal with the pirates, we'll get the resources we need. I believe that with Field Marshal Thunder there making preparations, and the army of thousands coming in from St. Moon's Reach, the city of Elgertown will hold off once the army arrives. That will buy us time, and we will make it stronger when we return.
This is a very good, very solid.
Any objections?
I don't object, I just want to look at the time. It will take 3 days to move the ship here, 3 days to go back. Let's say 1 day to have everything on the ship ready. That will be already 7 days.
And then potentially even longer to deal with the pirates themselves.
Yeah.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
I mean,
As and when.
Wishful Pen goes, well, the general did say that they likely can't lay siege straight away. They needed siege weapons, didn't they? And they didn't bring any, apparently.
So we do have time.
Yeah, I approve of this.
And Villager Town will become stronger the more time goes by. We need to take this opportunity.
Yes, we do. I approve of this.
Do you agree, Nutshine?
How long do you think we will take taking care of the pirates?
There's no telling. Could be as little as 1 day, it could take 3, even more. If we cannot deal with them completely, as I said, we should at least attempt to find a way to make a truce until after the army is dealt with.
We don't even know if they are nearby. It could be a week before we even find one of them.
True. But it's worth the risk.
I think we already risked too much and didn't get anything out of any of the risks we took so far.
I disagree. We've gathered a large number of heroes. Villager Town is being populated with skilled warriors. Thousands more are on the way. We are spreading the word of the reunification of the Empire. We are building our influence in this new land that we're creating. We have everything to gain from this.
Those were not risks.
Of course they
And
were.
no, we, we just didn't have anything to lose on trying that out, except maybe 1 day or two. But if we try this, and even if it does work out, maybe we will not be in village town to help when they need us.
That's why we need to be able to, excuse me. Sorry about that. That's
We
why we need
don't,
to trust Field Marshal General and the soldiers. We
we
are
don't,
rank. Go ahead.
we don't think we should take off the pirates right now at all.
If we don't, then we'll end up leaving here empty-handed.
We can promise to take care of them after we are done with village town.
Hmm. I don't know if that will be enough. We need to give them something to believe in. That's what we've been doing so far. Wherever we go, we show the might of unification by being strong. That's what's been inspiring everyone to follow us and come to Villager Town. If we stop doing that now, they may not have faith in us. And this all could be a promise that fails to get fulfilled.
Out of the 3,000 people that live on the slums, we probably could take at least 100 to help us other pretense of a promise.
I mean, it sounds like just taking people away is also gonna be like good for everyone.
This is true.
I mean, taking away whatever we take away, obviously we're going to take the most skilled with us. That means the most skilled will not be here to, help their own people.
Yeah, but even the most skilled people are not having jobs right now because there's nothing to do.
Exactly. It's Nightshine. You are correct. It is a risk. It's one that may not pay out. But for the benefit of the Empire, you have to be able to serve the people. If you cannot show that you cannot protect these people and follow through with your promises up front, they will not be inspired to follow you. We need that from them.
Indeed. It's a risk we have to take.
We have to have faith in the abilities of Field Marshal Thunder and the thousands of troops that we have gathered to be brought there. It will take time for the army to still arrive, and time more before they are a major threat toward the city. By the time we return, Villager Town will be even stronger, and we will have the weapons necessary and the craftsmen necessary to fight against them properly.
Indeed.
Excuse me, I'm gonna ask the other council. What was the last time you guys had a problem with pirates?
It's been constant. I mean, they stick their noses out occasionally, and then we pursue them. They disappear for a few days, a week, and then they appear again. Maybe
Did
one
you
of
have one today?
sorry,
Did you have one today?
not today, no, but a few days ago.
How many days ago?
The dwarf calls out 4.
How many per week do you have?
Varies depending on the time of year. Summer, it's a little bit more constant. During the winter, they tend to not sail as much. Weather can be a bit nasty.
I think we are in summer right now.
Yes.
Could take care of one pirate ship right now just to send a message.
If we can find it. Is the overcast creating a fog over the ocean?
No, not creating a fog. It's just a fog in the sky. It's overcast at the top.
Okay.
It's fairly warm, so the fog wouldn't be able to be around anyway.
When you say that, I've been in heavy fog when it was almost 90 degrees outside.
Yeah, fair enough.
It took over an hour for it to evaporate.
Uh, I'm gonna turn back to our little council. We could give Wishful Pen a teleport scroll and she can start getting the ship here. And meanwhile, we start working off those pirates.
Um, it does.
Maybe we could
I mean,
say,
do you guys know how to sail?
Yeah, but it's not like you. We need more than one person to teleport back to get that ship here. We, if those pirates are attacking us, I mean to stop them, we go where they're attacking and we wait.
So you're saying we lay a trap.
yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna scream across I don't know how many miles. Yes, Alex, that's what I mean.
You know what? The trap does sound like it could work. All we need to do is get one of them and catch them in the act and just blast holes in their ship. They sink.
Or capture their ship and sail right into their base.
Indeed.
If
Excellent
we are,
suggestion, my son.
I mean, if we are going to wait for them to attack us, it will be safer to just throw a fireball when they try to get close.
And there are worse things than fire that can happen to a ship.
I don't
Excellent.
think they are.
Excellent suggestion, my son.
Yay.
Let's
I'm
see.
now if it. Sorry.
Let's see. Worst things that could happen to a ship. Lightning. An exploded gunpowder keg. What else?
That's fire. That's also fire.
Well, yeah, but have you seen what damage those things can do underneath the deck?
I don't deny it. I just mean they are fire.
Or we could stop the wind from blowing.
This is
Uh,
true.
very well. So, we use the teleportation scroll to send Wishful Pen back to Villagertown. Have her gather up swift gear and bring the ship here to Cerulean Tides, where the craftsmen will begin upgrading its armor, upgrading its sails, and definitely upgrading its weapons. Meanwhile, we take a merchant ship out close to Port Mare's Heart, and we wait to be attacked. And then we spring the ambush.
Yeah.
It will definitely be challenging, but I'm up for the challenge.
As am I.
Not sure if it will be a challenge to throw a fireball at a ship, but alright.
I think we should capture the ship first.
Indeed.
Save the fireball for when we actually reach the cove.
Yeah.
Very well then. No Thistle speaks up to the guild and to the council. Council, how quickly can you have a merchant ship repaired?
There should be one. There should be one in dock currently. Depends on
Perfect.
what you need. What you need prepared.
I'm just going to pull out a scroll teleport, hand it to Wishful Pen, tell her I trust her, boop her, and then I'm going to say, yeah, let's do this.
We require a merchant ship, unmarked, filled with your bravest soldiers, to sail us out close to Port Merhart. We will draw an ambush from the pirates, capture their ship, and they will lead us back to the pirate cove. In exchange, Nightshine gets a food gently placed on his shoulder. In exchange, we are sending word to have our ship brought to the city. No Thistle looks to the guild. You will upgrade that ship to the highest levels of craftsmanship that you are capable of. Rearm it, rebuild it, make it faster, sleeker, and more powerful than any other ship on the sea or in the air. And when the Empire is rebuilt, your service will not be forgotten. Do you agree?
If you can bring us the head of one of the captains or their vessel, we will do as you wish.
Mm, no, we need you people to start working as soon as possible. We don't
Well,
really
it's
have
gonna take
time
3 days for
to.
the ship to get there anyway. So
Yeah.
Right.
We don't know how long we will take with us. We need to to work simultaneously on this. We don't even need your soldiers, we just need a ship.
If you can bring us either, like I said, one of the ships or a captain's head, then we will do it. If you fail, then we'll take off the cannons and stuff like that.
Agreed.
Okay.
Do you not need the workers for anything?
We gonna need a ship crew.
Indeed.
I mean, we could bring the workers back when we return to the village now.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
A ship crew? Well, we can definitely give you a crew that can sail a vessel, certainly. But I'm more referring to the crafters outside the city.
They need to be producing bows and arrows, and when the ship arrives, it requires their full attention.
I don't think we need 3,000 people working on the ship.
You couldn't have 3,000 people working on the ship.
That's what I mean.
Well, we can definitely have bows and arrows prepared. All right. I think you deal with at least one pirate vessel, and we will upgrade your ship, and you can have as many arrows and bows that can be crafted.
Good. This is
Very good.
Excellent.
How according to plan.
good.
All according to Kevin.
Also, wait, no, I don't think you people have that. Never mind.
What?
I was gonna ask for a pirate hat for Lord Weasel.
A
Pirate hat.
tricorn head.
We shall get one from the pirates.
We shall capture their vessel and bring it here or try to find their main base and loot.
Wishful Pen goes, when I return and get Swift Gadget to take the vessel down here, shall I stick on the vessel, or do you want me to bring Lightning and Alexandrite back via the map?
Bring them back via the map.
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean, the map gets us back here instantly.
What? In my head, you were going to come with Swift Gadget on the ship because I don't think she's very, reliable.
I mean, I
We can bring Wishful Pen back on the ship, the Lightning and Alexandrite.
I could
Well,
Actually, if the mithril map is activated by the person who's aware of the location, does that person have to travel through the map, or can people go through the map with her knowledge of the location?
No, the person activated does travel as far as I'm aware.
Okay. We're definitely going to need Captain Swift Gadget to pilot the ship by herself then, because here's my plan. Wishful Pen, we're going to go to the merchant ship that we're going to be using as a decoy. If you are fully aware of the ship itself, does she have to be aware of the location of the ship, or just like the interior of the ship?
Wishful Pen goes, what do you mean for teleporting?
Yes. Because if we send you back with the scroll, and you use the map to bring back Lightning and Alexandria, they can be teleported directly to the ship itself.
Oh no,
Over it.
the map only works with command words, so it will it's theorized that every part of Everglow has different words you can say, and it will take you to that point. Unless we know the exact word for the exact point where that ship is in that exact moment, then we wouldn't be able to go onto the ship.
I see.
So the only one I know of is just outside the city.
Well, if you hurry, you can likely get Lightning and Alexandrite here to Cerulean Tides, where we popped in within a matter of hours. So we can have arrangements made for the merchant ship, and they can be here with us in Cerulean Tide within a few hours. Meanwhile, Swift Gadget needs to get the ship here as quickly as possible. Perhaps the promises of upgrades and cannons will get here faster.
I can have a word with the field marshal to see if he can spare one to supervise her.
Yes, that if you if you really are not going to have wishful pen with safety gadgets, we need someone with her to make sure she drives and she keeps going the right way.
That's actually an excellent idea. If we get a representative of Field Marshal Thunder here within Cerulean Ties, they can better assess the situation and make better judgments to uh, make the best decisions. So yes, wishful pen, do that. Use a teleportation scroll, return to Alexandrite and Lightning, get them inside the teleportation circle to get them here to Cerulean Tides today, as soon as possible. And then report to Field Marshal General about the need of getting the ship here to Cerulean Tides post haste.
As you're saying this, she's literally writing it all down as quickly as she can.
Let's assume something happens and they don't teleport here. We should set a time limit for how long we wait for them.
How many teleportation scrolls do you have left?
I have three, and these three are supposed to last the rest of our adventure.
If we're waiting more than a day, we'll need to return to Villager Town.
Indeed.
But I don't think that will happen. Wishful Pen is shown to be reliable.
You can count on me, guys.
I can count on you. I'm just afraid of, maybe something horrible happens.
If it does, we'll deal with it when it happens.
Meanwhile, at the village, everything's on fire.
Why?
We did it, SpongeBob. We saved the city.
Nothing horrible will happen, Nightshine. You just have to have faith.
Okay. I'll have faith until the sun rises tomorrow. That's the time limit. That's okay?
That's having faith in the Sun Queen will raise the sun, I suppose.
I suppose. Okay, yeah.
All right.
Just in case you didn't know, if you think really hard of the map, you surely go there.
Oh, I know. I know all about some of the stuff in the city. I mean, I've been there my whole life.
Goodbye, squirrel.
I'm not a squirrel.
No, I'm saying goodbye, scroll.
Oh,
because
scroll.
I'm taking it off my inventory.
No Thistle will. Oh, no, never mind. I'll keep that for now. Go ahead.
And she goes, anything else before I go?
Fly, you fool.
Fly, you fool.
I'm taking the silence as no.
Yeah, I think we've got everything arranged.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whifflepen will take the scroll then and head out of the room to go and teleport. While you guys still discuss or work out any of additional plans that you need to do.
I guess we now go to the port and look for our ship.
Mm-hmm.
The council will be informed that 2 new arrivals will be coming in via teleportation. So when they get to the gate, well armored paladin, gem pony, and a traveler. We'll call her. She can look like whatever she wants to.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that one. And she might be disguising herself.
But when they arrive at the gate, they should be let in immediately and brought to the port.
Indeed. We must make preparations.
Right,
Well-
so Milk Thistle has his spells prepared for the day, so if anything happens today, he's got what he needs.
Well, we can make ready the merchant vessel with empty crates and stuff like that, so it looks like it's full of cargo.
That's a good idea.
Um, you you possibly might need to rustle up a crew to man the vessel for you. There are a few around the docks that might be willing if you have a word with them.
Counselors, which of you has the most experience on the sea?
The Sioux Sea ponies stick their hooves up. Oh, we definitely love jumping in, splashing around, and all that fun stuff.
Can you swim fast enough to keep up with the ship underwater?
That is something I have to look up for sea ponies.
I think their swim speed matches their land speed, so it's
Yeah, that's what I was
30
thinking.
feet. Actually, do sea ponies move slower on land?
No, they've actually. Oh no, they actually swim faster than they can move.
Oh, cool.
They do move at 30 feet, so they are slightly slower, but they can swim at 40 feet. Which I believe is faster than a ship. I mean, it might not be faster when it's going full speed, but they would probably be able to outswim a ship in the cove and stuff.
What we could do is basically get a couple of Navy SEAL sea ponies, have them travel on the ship, and then once we get close, have them slide very discreetly into the water, and then they can either sneak onto the pirate ship to sabotage it or deal with anyone that happens to fall into the water.
They go,
What?
our best fighters are on the vessel trying to hunt down the pirates. I mean, they may be back in a few days, but I don't know if you better wait that long.
No, we won't.
No, you don't really have to be a fighter. You can just like grab someone who's fallen off and drown them.
I don't really think we should. I think we should try to be as inconspicuous as possible. Just be on ship and wait for them. They are just attacking the wiki. They are not likely to pose a threat against us.
Actually, you might be able to just Trojan horse them.
I don't know what that means.
Hide inside like one of the barrels or something like that, and then pop out when they're all on the ship.
I'd like to be a barrel.
All right. So you have decided to go questing for pirate ships.
Yes.
What's the time? All right. I think this moment will probably be a good stopping point, just because I've got work tomorrow, and it gives me plenty of additional stuff to plan out as well. But you will need to basically rustle up a crew. There's a few places along the docks that you can attempt to find a crew for the ship. There will be a few choices for you, and the vessel will probably be. You'll easily be able to get it ready for tomorrow. They definitely can get that sorted by tomorrow. And so you can set sail first thing if that's what you're after.
Why not today?
Yeah.
They would be able to get the ship ready by 8 o'clock by this afternoon with loading it with fake cargo.
I don't think we even need cargo. It's not like the pirate ship. We don't know. We don't have cargo.
I mean, all we need really are some empty barrels, empty crates.
Yeah.
Do they have any spare, like, this is me shooting in the dark. Do they have any spare empty treasure chests laying about?
Well, we're not going to have the treasure chest hanging off the sides of the ship to entice them. That's going to be too obvious. We just need the ship. The cargo bay can be completely empty.
True.
We just need to get them close enough to set off the ambush.
We get a couple of empty barrels, put them on ship, and Milk Turtle fills them with great water.
The dwarf gives a snort. Well, that won't work. You need something to weigh down the vessel. You need to make them look like you're carrying cargo. Just floating high in the water, they won't be interested.
And fill
I
the
mean,
crates and barrels with sand.
Like I said, it'll be ready by this afternoon. But you're going to have to wait till then. If you want it convincing, it'll take. It won't be done over straight away.
All right.
I trust you can make those arrangements so they go by faster, yes? This is to benefit your entire city and its citizens.
I'll do anything short of whipping them into shape.
Excellent.
In fact, whip them also.
Alright, I'm going to go and see to my dock. Looks like I got some work doing.
All right.
Smeathrel spelled with an I or an A? Spelled with an I. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
think of myth.
Alright. So next week we can do you guys trying to round up a crew and your craziness of setting sail. And we'll have Alexandrite and Lightning here potentially, and we will see if we'll see what you find. Somebody roll me at the moment a 1d3.
All right, I'm on it.
And this is how long the army has.
No, this is to potentially decide what ship I will throw at you. Number 2. That's all I needed.
Ah, the one with the Kraken.
Oh.
Why do you have 3 ships ready?
I mean, why not? It's either a sloop, a brig, or a galleon. I'm sure that this part.
I mean, I've got the gist of some pirate stuff put together, and I've got 3 of them. So I just need to rework it for Ponyfinder stuff.
Fair enough.
Do we need to practice our sea shanties before next session?
I would recommend it if you want to use them.
Oh man, now I really have to check the songs out on Sea of Thieves.
All right.
Heave aboard and heave away, way, hey, go. The anchors on board and the cables are still to be rolled again, randy dandy.
Any other things you want to put in place before next week? I think you've laid out your plans pretty well and where you're planning to take it.
Alexander's like, God damn it, I'll never get to be this archetype.
God bless it. Well, I mean, you could potentially train on the ship. It's probably going to take us a day to sail to Port Maresheart.
I think I need like a person there to train me. That's a catch.
Yeah.
Oh.
He does need the trainer.
Yeah, that's why I've been doing it all at the temples, because I'm like, I could get someone there.
I mean, I guess you could just say no and not come, but that would suck.
You got to be a fake pirate for a period of time. You probably want to be here.
Alexander just looks at his heavy armor. It's like, on the water? Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, this is why light armor for fighting without armor was invented. So you don't sink.
You'll be fine. It's not like you weigh almost a ton or anything.
Last time I fought without armor, I got eaten.
I mean, it's not like pirates are going to eat you.
I mean, that depends on the pirate.
I mean, the Kraken might eat you, but... Sorry.
God dang it, I don't want to deal with Karen.
Alright. So, next time, you guys are turning into seamen, and we will see how you get on with that.
Not like that.
It's sea man. Sea man.
That's what
Let
I
him
said.
dream.
Hey, fellow. Since we're going to be at sea surrounded by seamen, you know what that could make you? A rear admiral.
Thanks.
Oh, I know what. Alright, I've been playing too much Sea of Thieves as of late, but I know what I need to do. I need to make myself puke in a bucket. That way, if someone boards us and tries to attack us, fuck a sec! And blind them.
That is pleasant. All right. Well, you guys, if you want to say goodbye to the stream before I save them from your horrible sick bucket.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Have a great one, you guys.
Thank you for joining us today. Have a great weekend.